may napag-usapan na naman kami. May bago na namang modus or scam. And this involves credit card and PayPal. So ikaw naman excited, padala ka 2,000. Sige, padala ka 2,000, maniwala ka doon sa araw na yon. Yung araw na yon, bigla ka ibablock. Babay na yung 2,000 mo, sira pa yung shoot mo. Hi guys, welcome back. So we're here at Feliz Cafe. Feliz. Saan ba tayo? Imus? I think we're in Imus, Cavite. Okay, so I've been looking around kung saan ba ako where I'm going to take my Sunday afternoon ride. So usually Sunday afternoon, if you guys notice mga vlogs ko, I would try to go around different coffee shops. Remember mo, dati we used to go to Joe Drive every Sunday until pinalayas tayo kasi bawal daw mag-video like what we're doing now. Even though we're going to be reviewing their food or their drinks. So, the videos we're doing are non-commercial by nature. We're not selling anything. So this is a personal vlog. So medyo hindi ko naintindihan yan. Pero pwede pag mag-cellphone. Pero pag yung cellphone mo nakakabit sa tripod or nakakabit sa gimbal, bawal din. I don't know what there was. So kanina papunta dito na daanan ko. Seeing there's no cars there gives me some kind of a joy to see na with their policy, I'm not surprised walang tao pupunta doon. But besides the point, so I was looking around for saan ba yung not too far from Makati and at the same time far enough to get the engine of the bike hot enough. So I usually would look at Cavite, the nearby Laguna area, San Pedro, Santa Rosa, yung mga ganun. So yung mga tinitingnan ko, one was 1023 Cafe, ang ganda rin eh. Also here in Imus. And then nakita ko tong Feliz. What made me decide to come here is they have pizza. I've been craving for pizza since the competition last month. Kasi it's one of those meals na diniprive ko sarili ko during the time that we were trying to lose weight. So dito ako pumunta. Pagdating ko dito, one thing I really like is how wide open space yung place. Parking is abundant. May parking dito sa harap, may parking doon sa side. Ang dami. It's a lot of... Tapos, meron pa siyang motorcycle area na parking which is also in the front. So, sa likod meron din. So, parking-wise, this area, walang problema. A lot of tables. There's... Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 tables for 4. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... mga 10 tables of 6. And then there's this hut. Tapos there's a long table there that is good for 12 to 15 na tao. And I think that area is, I don't know if you can see it, but the area on the side of where the garden is, where dining is, looks like an events place. So it looks like a nice place to do actually a nice, small, quaint event. Ganda. Presko ngayon. Kahit na supposedly mainit na. Presko kasi ang daming puno. I'm in shade. Tapos may hangin pumapasok. So the place is really nice. The vibes is good. And then when I entered to order, the staff was really nice. Very friendly. Good afternoon, sir. How can I help you? Ganun kaagad. Walang nakasimangot at masaya. So I ordered a pepperoni pizza. One, I think this is their grande latte, and then one Coke Zero. My bill was $519 because the pizza is $319. This coffee is $160 and then 50 pesos for the Coke Zero. First, the coffee. They got the temperature correct. Di ba yung pet peeve ko na sobrang nakakapasong coffee? I don't like that, especially with lattes kasi nga, if they're doing that, which means they're burning the milk. Hindi na masarap yung lasa ng latte. You want the milk to be warm but not scalding hot para hindi ma-burn off yung sugar ng milk. So, hindi mo na nga kailangan maglagay ng mga sugar kasi malalasahan mo matamis-tamis yung milk. Natural sweetness. And then, let's get to the pizza. Okay, let's go for what I like. Actually, the crust is not bad. The tomato sauce is flavorful without being maasim. I don't like yung maasim na tomato sauce. Yung cheese, it works, but it could be better cheese. I think the mozzarella they used were as good, but the cheese was okay. And then, what I didn't like is it's not the crust. It's not the dough of the crust. They should have cooked it longer, or their oven should have been hotter because I wanted more crunch at the bottom. Yung sa ilalim. Gusto ko mas more crunch. Ito, mas kulang ng crunch kaya nagiging more chewy. Pero yung doon sa edges like this one, yung medyo may sunog-sunog konti which I very much love. Yung part na yun ang ganda because it has that crunchy texture tapos chewy sa gitna. So, I wish they would. I think it's the temperature of the pizza oven that needs to be a little bit higher to achieve yung gusto ko na crunchy yung crust sa labas pero medyo slight chew, may chew sa loob. And then, the pepperoni, kulang sa lasa yung pepperoni nila. Alam mo yung sanay ka when you eat the pepperoni, maalat yung pepperoni and it's very oily. So, very flavorful. Yung pepperoni nila looks very lean. So, hindi mo makikita na nag-oil. Actually, mo walang tumutulong oil. And then at the same time, hindi siya maalat. So, what would help right now is maybe put a little salt would help. The hot sauce, they gave me a bowl of Tabasco. Actually helps also kasi medyo maalat siya. So yun, nakatulong yun with the pizza. But I'll definitely be back here. I like the place. And besides the coffee and the small snacks that they're serving, yung menu nila, extensive. Look at, I'll be posting the menu. Ang dami nila iba-ibang food. Ako yung naumay but before pa kasi coming here, I already knew what I wanted to order. I wanted coffee and I wanted pizza. And since I'm ordering pizza, I need to have it with Coke Zero. Uy, by the way, ganda na shirt ko from Motoman. Which reminds me pala, speaking of Motoman, I just came from Motoman the other day to pick up new grips for the Vespa. I'll be replacing the grips soon. I'm just looking for the time to do it and finding a way not to strip off. Kasi yung nakikita ko sa internet, paano nila tinatanggal yung grip, biniblade nila. So hindi mo na magagamit yung grip. Iniisip ko if there's a way to actually remove the grip without cutting it apart. Kasi sa golf dati, they would inject like alcohol onto the grips para mag-loosen yung glue and then they'll pull it out. Which means pwede mo ibalik. I don't know if this is going to work also with the grips for motorcycles. But speaking of, since I was in Motoman, may napag-usapan na naman kami. May bago na namang modus or scam. And this involves credit card and PayPal. So someone will order, minsan pa I think ang modus nila is they'll use PayPal, they'll request, padalan mo naman ako ng request for funds. With PayPal kasi, there's an option to request for funds and then someone will send you the money. There's also the business PayPal where you actually use invoicing and for you to send out an invoice. Pero the difference between those, if you're going to use the personal money request, the fees, actually, if they use their PayPal and they don't use a credit card, the fees are zero. But if they use a credit card, the fees are minimal, mas maliit. But if you use the business invoicing, mas malaki yung mga fees. I think it's double than the regular credit card fees of the personal request. But this is where the possible scam could happen. They'll send out an order they'll ask you, okay, bayaran kita via PayPal. Can you send a request for PayPal? So, send ka, magpapadala sila ngayon ng pera. And most of the time, they'll be probably using credit card. Kasi pag credit card, malalaman nyo bakit. So, they'll use a credit card and then, of course, nakuha mo na yung fees mo, it's already in your account. You can actually withdraw it already, transfer the amount, no problem. Kunin mo na yung pera tapos send out mo yung item. But as soon as they receive the item, they're going to file a dispute. The thing with PayPal, they are biased towards the customer. So ang gagawin nila, they'll hold the funds kaagad. So, kung kahit na na-withdraw mo, your account will look negative. So, pag may pumapasok na ibang orders sa'yo sa PayPal mo, kinakain yung mga pumapasok kasi nga naka-negative ka. It will take so long for a review to happen. Tapos minsan pa, kaya nga ito, very, very careful. Be very, very careful on how to transact with people with PayPal. If presuming, kasi sa PayPal, they will let you know kung saan yung address eh. So, nakasulat, sabihin mo, address is address A in Makati City. Yun yung billing address. Tapos sinasabi niya, can you send to address B in Quezon City? Kung ikaw naman, nakinig ka, pinadala mo sa address B, hindi yung sa address A na nakasulat sa PayPal nila na billing address. Pag pinakita mo yung proof of delivery sa PayPal, pwede nila talaga i-contest kasi hindi nila nakuha yung gamit. Kasi sabi nila, look, my billing address is address A in Makati, not Quezon City. So medyo mas mahirapan ka ngayon i-prove. Tapos at the same time, wala kang proof na doon mo dineliver sa kanilang address. The only proof you have is yung sa kabilang sa ibang address. So now, if I were going to accept payments na PayPal with credit card or whatever, I would check the PayPal and I have to make sure it matches with their delivery address. If it doesn't match, be a little cautious. No? So kung hindi nag-match, let them know that you're not going to deliver a package to a different address as your PayPal billing address. Ang hope nila, I think, this is my personal ang hope nila is i-file nila yung reversal and they're presuming na ikaw as a business owner, sobrang dami kang transaction, baka hindi mo mapansin na merong na negative or merong nag-dispute sa account mo. Kasi dami pumapasok na funds, ang chine-check mo lang kadalasan, di ba? Pati sa GCash, di ba? Chine-check mo lang yung confirmation na may pumasok. Pero you don't really check on your running balance that tediously. You check on that the funds are always there. Kasi hindi mo naman ina-expect may magdi-dispute, di ba? So you're always just checking, confirmation, pumasok na sa account ko, send out the item. So kung na-reverse yun, hindi mo napapansin. And ang hoping nila, by the time na napansin mo, it's too late to file a reversal. Pag nahuli sila, they'll come up with some bullshit and either they argue with you or they can always go back to PayPal and cancel the dispute. Kasi kung hindi nila kinancel, ikaw, di kasuhan mo sila. Alam mo pangalan nila, alam mo billing address nila. Kasuhan mo as theft. Pero, ang hoping nila makakalusot sila. Kasi pag nakalusot sila, kunwari, natapos na yung period of contesting, ay di panalo na sila. Ang katangahan lang minsan itong mga taong to, if they have a legitimate credit card and they have a legitimate PayPal account, like that some person that tried to scam, alam namin yung account nila. We know who they are personally. We know what their Facebook account is and who their friends are. Kaya di ko alam bakit nila gagawin yung ganong katanga na scam. But I guess ang recourse nila is hindi kasi gusto ko ipinadeliver sa address B pilit siya na pilit, gusto dapat sa address A, kaya kinancel ko na lang. Akalain ko ba dumating? So they come up with those bullshit excuses para kunyari hindi sila nagtatry mag-scam, pero a lot of red flags, a lot of red flags. I don't think those are unplanned things. Planado yun. So guys, if you guys are an online seller and they want to do yung mga ganong transaction, konting ingat, especially if it's a customer that has not transacted with you before. Kung repeat customer, okay, baka mas okay, dami talagang scam. Even in my other industry, which is photography. So ang ginagawa naman is ito, small scam lang to. This is small scams na kala mo harmless. There's mga groups ng mga photographers, models, di ba, mga ganon. And then you'll see suddenly an influx of a lot of models saying, oh, let's work together. Ito mga atat na mga photographer na baguhan, nakakita na, there's a nice model willing to work. Di ba? Message ko. So, okay, usap-usap, ganon. What they don't realize is, hindi pa nga yata, baka model kausap nila, baka lalaki pa yung kausap nila. O sige sir, ex-deal ba to? Ganon, walang bayad. Okay. Kailan yung shoot? Medyo malayo can you take care of my transportation? Baka pwedeng ikaw magbigay ng transpo fee na lang. Yun na lang, tapos ex-deal tayo. Photographer being sobrang atat, sobrang excited, may itsura yung picture. May model, supposedly siya yun. Tapos, padala ka Gcash, dadagdaga mo pa para sabi na, sir, kasi malayo yun Grab gayon, mga 600-700, so balikan mga 1,500. So, ikaw na excited, padala ka 2,000. Sige, padala ka 2,000, maniwala ka doon sa araw na yun. Yung araw na yun, bigla ka ibablock. Babay na yung 2,000 mo, sira pa yung shoot mo. So, and in any of all those, the biggest deterrent is to actually just do a quick video call so that you know who you're talking to matches the profile. If they don't want to do a video call, use your head here on top. There must be something fishy if they can't even accept a quick video call just to verify their identity. Ikaw rin naman naka-video So sabihin mo, para rin makita mo na totoo, legit din ako. Di ba? Ganon din yun It's protecting both parties. So guys, ingat lang talaga. Sobra daming scammers. So, hopefully, hindi tayo mas-scam. So, thank you very much. And once again, if you guys want to check out, this is Cafe Feliz, right? Cafe Feliz here in Imus, Cavite. Really good food, good ambiance, and I like their coffee. Price-wise, pwede na. Okay? Till our next vlog.